Hello all radiant yearning friends, this time we will discuss a philosophy book that is very interesting for us to read, namely the book Sophie's World. Sophie's World by Jostein Gaarder is a novel that takes readers on an extraordinary journey through the history of philosophy. Combining elements of a detective story with profound philosophical lessons, the book successfully teaches philosophical concepts systematically and in an easily understandable manner. First published in 1991, the novel has become a modern classic and is appreciated for its unique approach to educating readers of all ages. Story and background. The story begins with Sophie Amundsen, a 14-year-old girl living in Norway. Sophie's ordinary life takes a drastic turn when she discovers two mysterious questions in her mailbox: who are you? And where does the world come from? These questions spark Sophie's curiosity and initiate an intellectual adventure full of surprises and discoveries. As time passes, Sophie receives more letters and philosophical lessons from a mysterious teacher named Alberto Knox. Alberto introduces Sophie to various philosophers and philosophical thoughts from ancient to modern times. Through these letters, Sophie learns about ancient myths, pre-Socratic philosophers, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and many more. Main characters. The main characters in this story are Sophie Amundsen, a smart and curious teenager. Alberto Knox, her philosophy teacher, is a mysterious figure who guides Sophie through the history of philosophy. Additionally, there is Hilda Nag, a girl who seems connected to Sophie through postcards Sophie receives from Hilda's father, Albert Nag. Albert Nag is a major stationed in Lebanon. He sends postcards to Hilda through Sophie, adding a layer of mystery to the story. The relationship between Sophie and Hilda, and the role of Albert Nag in the story, becomes one of the main mysteries to be unraveled. Albert Nag's presence and influence add a meta-narrative dimension to the story, where readers are invited to contemplate the relationship between creator and creation, reality and fiction. Content and philosophical lessons. The novel is divided into several parts, each exploring different periods in the history of philosophy. Each part provides in-depth explanations of the ideas and thoughts of major philosophers. Here are some important lessons taught in the book. Ancient myths and natural philosophers. Sophie begins her studies by understanding how ancient myths were used by early societies to explain natural phenomena and daily events. She learns about Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes, who sought rational explanations for the universe. These natural philosophers were pioneers in seeking scientific and rational explanations for nature and existence. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Sophie then learns about Socrates and his dialectical method. Socrates is famous for his questioning approach, inviting people to think critically and discover knowledge from within themselves. Plato, a student of Socrates, introduces the world of ideas and the mind-body dualism. Aristotle, a student of Plato, focuses on empirical observation and logic, laying the foundation for modern science. The explanations of these three great philosophers provide an understanding of the basics of Western thought. Hellenism and Stoic philosophy. In the Hellenistic period, Sophie learns about Stoicism and Epicureanism, two philosophical schools that offer views on how to achieve happiness and inner peace in a world full of uncertainty. Stoicism teaches the importance of accepting fate calmly and living in accordance with nature. Epicureanism emphasizes the importance of seeking happiness through simple pleasures and avoiding pain. Medieval and Christian philosophy. Sophie explores how Christianity influenced philosophy during the Middle Ages. She learns about St. Augustine and Thomas Aquinas, who sought to reconcile Christian teachings with Greek philosophy. St. Augustine teaches about original sin and grace, while Thomas Aquinas integrates Aristotle's teachings with Christian theology, creating a strong and coherent philosophical system. Renaissance and Enlightenment. Sophie then learns about the Renaissance period, which saw a revival of interest in classical science and art. The Enlightenment brought new ideas about human rights, freedom, and rational government. Enlightenment philosophers like Voltaire, Rousseau, and Montesquieu emphasized the importance of reason and knowledge in improving society and fighting injustice. Modern philosophy, Descartes to Kant. Sophie studies modern philosophy starting with René Descartes, known for his statement cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. She also learns about Spinoza, Locke, Hume, and Kant, each contributing important ideas about knowledge, reality, and morality. Descartes is known as the father of modern philosophy for his skeptical method, while Kant combines rationalism and empiricism, stating that we cannot know the world as it is but only as it appears to us through our mental structures. Contemporary philosophy, Hegel to Freud. Sophie explores Hegel's dialectics, Marx's historical materialism, Darwin's evolution, and Freud's psychoanalysis. Each of these philosophers made significant contributions to our understanding of the world and ourselves. Hegel views history as a dialectical process, Marx focuses on class conflict and economic structures, Darwin revolutionized our understanding of species origins, and Freud delved into the human subconscious. Mystery and resolution. One of the intriguing elements of Sophie's world is the mystery surrounding the relationship between Sophie and Hilda. Sophie receives postcards addressed to Hilda from her father, Albert Nag, who seems to know every move Sophie makes. When Sophie finally meets Hilda, they realize they are part of a story created by Albert Nag. This leads to reflections on reality, freedom, and the role of the creator in creating fictional worlds. Albert Nag's presence and influence add a meta-narrative dimension to the story, inviting readers to contemplate the relationship between creator and creation, reality, and fiction. This creates an additional layer in the story that prompts readers to question the boundaries between reality and imagination. Sophie and Hilda, although only characters in a novel, begin to realize their roles in a larger story and strive to understand and surpass the boundaries set for them. Message and influence of the book. Sophie's World not only introduces readers to the history of philosophy but also teaches the importance of critical and reflective thinking. The book invites readers to question their assumptions about the world and themselves, encouraging them to seek deeper knowledge and understanding. Through her adventure, Sophie learns not to accept things at face value without critical thinking and to seek the truth beneath. The book also highlights the importance of intellectual freedom and individuality. Sophie learns to appreciate intellectual freedom and the importance of questioning authority and existing norms. This is relevant in the modern context, where freedom of thought and speech are often challenged. Conclusion. Sophie's World is a work that combines an engaging narrative with profound philosophical lessons. Through Sophie's journey, readers are introduced to various philosophical thoughts that have shaped human civilization. The book teaches that philosophy is not just an academic discipline but also a way of life that encourages us to continue questioning, seeking answers, and understanding the world around us. With intriguing characters, a plot full of mystery, and rich philosophical lessons, Sophie's World remains a relevant and valuable read for anyone seeking to understand the foundations of human thought. The novel inspires readers to never stop learning and to always explore the world with an insatiable curiosity. Sophie's World serves as a reminder that in the pursuit of knowledge, we find meaning and wisdom that enrich our lives.